Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy BearyBonka back with another speed art. So yeah, with nothing further to say, let's just get on with it. So the project name is called Cyber Portal. Don't know if that totally makes sense, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, total work time about 4 hours. Number of sources, just 6 images, which is a lot less than my previous project. Number of layers, 67, in 9 groups total. The PSD final file size was 771 megabytes, which actually is surprisingly small compared to my last project, it was like 1.9 gigabytes. And the resolution's 2632 by 3509 at a DPI of 300. So yeah, and without rambling on anymore, let's just get into the speed art. So starting off, I'm just cutting out a lot of the people. So the center guy, which by the way isn't me, it's just a random photo I got off Pexels. A great website, I'll put link it down in the description. That's where I got all the sources for this video. And yeah, so I'm just going to be cutting him out, I'm going to be cutting the deer out as well, and just pretty much doing general alignment of all of the objects in the scene. So now I'm just building the portal by using the pen tool and just making a weird kind of jelly bean sort of shape. I don't really know what to call it, but it looks pretty cool. And I decided to use blue and purple to kind of give it that cyberpunk theme, which is kind of where I got the cyber name from. Now I'm just using a hue adjustment layer, and I'm just using a clipping mask and then turning up the saturation and the lightness onto a purplish pink, and I'm just going to be hand drawing all the creases onto his clothes, which takes a goddamn long time. So yeah, right now I'm just adding a little shadow below his feet to give the light from the portal its own little source. So I'm just doing that by doing an exposure layer, turning it down, and then using a sharp brush to give it harsh lighting. And then I'm just going to do the same lighting I did on the left side onto the right by using a more blue tone. Now I'm going to be doing a similar thing to the deer, but I'm going to be a little bit more loosey-goosey with it because hair is kind of hard to individually light, unlike clothing. And I'm going to be using an exposure adjustment layer as well to give him a little bit of shadows when stepping out of the portal to show that the outside world of the portal is a lot darker than the inside. And quickly, I'm just going to say I did add the glitch effect, but I'm not a huge fan of how it turned out, although I do still have it, so if you guys want that version, let me know down below. So here I'm just working on the portal, adding some lighting, and I'm just fixing the grass. And also the portal, I used a warped version of the city and the background like portal photo. Warped it, twisted it around, liquefy tool a little bit to give it that warp in time, kind of its ripping space as a whole, if it makes any sense. So after adding a little bit of smoke and particle effects to give the portal a little bit more life and mood, I decided to add an eagle. I didn't want to add an eagle originally, but I think I just need some sort of bird, but I just like this photo a lot because I think it needed a balance with the portal and just have a little bit more wildlife than just a deer. So now I'm just adding some lighting touches to make the environment actually look like the portal is there. And I also got a suggestion from a couple friends to change out the sky to give the nature part a little bit of a clear sky and the city to look more like it's about to rain. I did try to add rain, but I just couldn't get it to look natural. So there it is, and off camera I did add a little bit more of color corrections using the camera raw filter and using a LUT pack that I had already installed from way back when, and overall I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And I hope you guys really did enjoy, and if you did, please consider subscribing and liking. It doesn't hurt you at all. And yeah, we also have another video up on the channel if you want to go check it out if you haven't seen that already. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and see ya.